I understand that the spectre skeletons are sharing with you mythological stories unheard by humanity. I also noticed that they like to mumble some of the facts and details, if not completely omit certain stories. I have a story for you. One that I am sure the spectre skeletons would not care to share with humanity. In particular, those who follow the biblical faith. The story I shall inform you of will not be pleasant for many of you. In fact, most will not even accept it as truth. This is irrelevant. All that is relevant is the story. We will begin where humanity begins, according to your biblical text. And we shall take the necessary detour. Adam and Eve, the first man and woman created by the God Jehovah. Put in to live in the great garden paradise of Eden, allowed to partake of any and all of the foods growing upon the vines, except all the trees of knowledge and of life. This is where things are gonna get messy. Eve was alone, walking through the garden, close to the trees, when she noticed a figure wrapped around the tree of knowledge. This creature spoke to Eve and enchanted the first woman. His persuasive demeanor and voice convinced Eve to grasp a fruit of the tree and bite into it. And Eve fell into great euphoria. And she was no longer aware of the world around her. The creature took advantage of this euphoric state and implanted its seed within the womb of Eve. When Eve awoke sometime later, she remembered only the euphoric feelings. And so she took the fruit to Adam and convinced him to bite of the fruit. However, Adam did not experience the euphoria. Instead, the air turned cold and dark, and a fierce wind swept through. And the God Jehovah entered into the garden, fully aware of what had transpired. He relayed this information to Adam, who fell into a bit of rage and denounced Eve and degraded her and then abandoned her. But the God Jehovah was compassionate, and he took to watching over Eve as she endured the painful pregnancy of the first childbirth. But the first child was not all of man. In fact, the first child was of woman and of the great prince of the morning star. Sometime after the child was born, Adam, following Jehovah's example of compassion, took Eve back as his mate, but commanded that she rid the child to the furthest reaches of the earth and the scorching deserts where the creature, the first child, the first daughter of man, no, of woman, and of the dark divine. But the dark divine sent out his minions to protect the child and raise her away from the judgmental and malevolent beings that were human. She waits now for the opportunity when she is to return and take her rightful place as queen of all existence.